everyone, it's time for an update. Update videos generally happen once every 3 or 4 months just to check in and say hello, get some things off my chest, and talk to you guys at home who watch the show, hopefully each and every week. You know, I've just been thinking a lot lately just about how things have gone in the last few years, and I just really want to like slow things down a little bit and just have a conversation. Obviously, it's one-sided because you guys can't talk to me in real time, but I am reading the comments on these videos. We take the consideration and feedback very seriously, and I want to have a conversation today about a couple of things. Some things mostly not so serious, but some things are like, hey, I'd love to have and know your feedback. Others are like, here's some information that you might want to know. So first up, I'm going to talk about my appearances in the next several months. If you don't know, I have a con appearance schedule for this year. I haven't really had one until this year. It's been a while. It's been a couple of years, obviously, because of COVID. So I've got some dates and some locations and events that if you want to meet me, you can come see me, come take a photo, autograph, all that fun stuff. All right, first things first, I'm going to be May 26th through the 29th. I'm going to be at Fanime Expo in San Jose. I love this show. I've gone at least 3 or 4 times. This show is a blast. Join me and Alex as we do Completionist panels, Super Beer Bros panels, some video game challenges, and more. So come on out, Fanime Expo, May 26th through the 29th. Next up, if you are in South Carolina, I will be at Southeast Game Exchange happening from July 15th through the 16th. I've never been to South Carolina before, so that's going to be a fun time. Come on out. I'll be doing a panel by myself about the Completionist. It'll be a good time. Come on, South Carolina. What's up? Come say hi. Now, this next one I haven't confirmed, but I'm very, very sure I'm going to be going. I'm not an official guest yet, but I'm letting you guys know at home that the announcement is coming eventually. I'm going to be at Indy PopCon in Indianapolis this year, August 25th through the 27th. So if you're in Indianapolis, you've been to the show before. I love Indy PopCon. It's a show I love going to. Everyone, come on by. It's going to be great. I'm bringing a bunch of YouTube friends with me. We haven't announced them all yet, so just you get ready. It's going to be a whole YouTube gaming smorgasbord heading over to Indy PopCon August 25th to the 27th. And finally, the following week, as you all probably are already aware, I will be at PAX West September 1st to the 4th. I'm going to be probably showing off one of my many games. I don't have dates yet, but just if you are coming to PAX West, I will be doing my one-man show, The Completionist Legacy. Again, I am getting a venue right now. I probably will be doing it with Cat Icarus once again, so if you want to see Caddy and I together doing this show, it's going to be the weekend of PAX West. So if you're coming to PAX West, just get ready. One of those nights, we're going to be doing a live show. We'd love to have you. Dates and tickets and all that stuff announced very soon. Speaking of games, a quick update on Renane, Elsie, and Gestalt. Renane is moving along as far as I'm concerned. The team's doing great. They're slowly doing their thing, and I'm supporting them. Elsie should be coming out towards the end of this year. Don't want to make any promises, but I'm in the thick of it with them, kind of designing stuff as well. And Gestalt's Demon Cinder, no date for that yet, but again, that'll be coming out towards the later half of the year. The platforms planned currently for most of these games will be, at the very least, Nintendo Switch and PC/Steam. But no promises, no guarantees. That's the hope. It's not official. At the very least, by the end of this year, Gestalt and Elsie should be out in your hands. I'm so excited to talk more about those games. I'm so excited to play more. If you want to see me play the games on Twitch, twitch.tv/thecompletionist, I'll be doing that in the upcoming months. So yeah, just a little update there. Not a big one, just a tiny baby one. Just a little babe. Next up, let's talk about the Completionist and how it's been going this year. As a lot of you guys may or may not know, the eShop video, thumbnail right here, of how I bought every single Wii U and 3DS game, exploded and broke the internet for about 7 days. That was a really cool thing. A lot of people thought that I was Mr. Beasting it or clickbaiting it, but no, the video is true. I made a promise that if that video hit 1 million views, we would do a follow-up video of me kind of showcasing some of the games, both good and bad, that we preserved. We're definitely going to do that in the upcoming months, so just hang tight. It's very exciting that you all love the video. alongside with that, as far as new games coming up in the next couple of weeks to months for here on the channel, RE4 Remake is definitely on the docket. I've been playing that game nonstop. I've completed it several times at this point. That video will come out in the next month or so. It's kind of our floater episode just because we have so many new games coming out between now and the end of June. So we want to make sure that we've got the bandwidth. We just had our Jedi Survivor video come out a couple days ago, so if you missed that, you can go check that out. And of course, Tears of the Kingdom. For those of you guys that don't know, I stopped getting codes from Nintendo early. So if you're ever wondering, hey, why is Gerard talking about a Nintendo game 6 weeks after the game came out? It's because I don't have that access anymore, and it's a shame. But nothing I can do about it. All I can do is just say, hey, be patient. There's a lot of people who make comments on my videos that like Gerard, it's branded, I wish it was not in my brain, but it is. Someone commented, Gerard is like that friend that gets the game 2.5 months after everyone else did. And that hit me in the chest so hard because yes, that was me when I was a kid. And that is me now in the YouTube space. I don't get codes from all the game companies like I used to, mostly because a lot of them are kind of tightening their security and choosing who they're trying to work with. We've obviously had some great opportunities so far with Jedi Survivor and Dead Space this year. But outside of that, it's been kind of slim pickings. So hey, if you work at a AAA company or an indie company and you're like, hey Gerard, we'd love you to have your game early. My inbox is available. I'll take a code because I want to be on first like everyone else. I'd like to release a video completed when IGN and Kotaku and whoever releases it, so you can get my perspective versus theirs. But that's kind of the struggle of the completionist nowadays, right? Is we're kind of at that point where the era of long form retro content is kind of slowing down, and now we're in the era of like new games that are coming out in real time. At least that's what I'm seeing on my end. Personally, I love doing retrospective reviews and videos on games that I'm passionate about. The problem is I've run out of a lot of those because I've completed so many of them. I feel like right now the completionist is in between this weird zone of being considered like a games journalist / game critic, which I'm definitely not. At the same time, I'm seen as an influencer, but I'm not really an influencer. I'm just a guy who loves games, and I'm kind of like in between the two. And some companies value me more as a game critic, some others value me more as just a general influencer. So I don't know, to be honest. I really don't give a shit. I just want to be able to put out a video in a timely fashion that you guys will watch and hopefully like, and give you my perspective on stuff, regardless of whether or not it gets a 5 out of 5 for me. Because who gives a shit, right? I'm just a dude with the beard, right? I'm homeless, as far as anyone knows. Who cares? It's games. Love games. Hate games. Whatever. Right? Am I right?
Right.
Thank you. Thank you, person I pay to be in the room. Thank you. We're still making the show. We're trying to make it bigger and better as we always do. Fine-tuning the formats. I believe we're at 460 plus games, 450. I don't know. My brain stopped working months ago, but we're getting there to the 500 mark. I don't think we'll get to 500 this year, but I think by the beginning of next year, we're sitting at 500 games completed. Speaking of 500 games completed, let's talk about New Game Plus. We have exactly 2 videos left. 120 games have been completed for quite some time now, but we have exactly 2 videos left. One is on the entire Shovel Knight suite, which is a big video. It's gonna probably be an hour long plus, so get ready for that. As well as our final video, New Game Plus, is going to be on Mother 3. I anticipate that will be just as long as well. So it's very exciting. We're at the end of the road. Those videos should be coming out sometime in June, provided that Summer Games Fest stuff doesn't get clogged or in the way. So speaking of video bandwidth, you guys may have noticed and this is a real conversation I want to have. You may have noticed in the last few months that there's been a lot of sponsored content on this channel, and there is a reason for it. There's a couple of reasons. One, around the time that G4 imploded, it just so happened that I lost a lot of our partnerships that we used to have. So we had a huge loss in reoccurring relationships with companies. It's a shame because we loved working with them. It had nothing to do with G4. it's more or less because we're in a recession right now. And so a lot of the usual partners that we get for, insert your energy drink or VPN here have kind of disappeared from our docket. And so now we're getting a lot more new partners showing up to promote stuff. Stuff that like I don't necessarily mind or hate, that I'm okay with promoting because it's not that weird or in that zone of like predatory. But I do want to have a conversation with you guys at home because I think it is important that you guys have a say in this. I don't like ads. I think none of us like ads. That's just the general point of why are we watching TV if there's ads, right? Why are we just using ad blocker for things? Unfortunately, ads are a part of how we make money in the world, especially when it comes to YouTube. YouTube videos don't pay very much. That's why content creators have Patreon and have ad systems, or they have Patreon and merch, or Patreon and Twitch, and so on and so forth. And so for us, while we do have a Patreon, thank you for those of you who support, and we do have merch and Twitch, the ads pay infinitely more than the videos that you are getting. They just hands down, the amount of man hours and time and effort from me and the boys putting in the blood, sweat, and tears into the stuff that you're watching, it needs to be ad supported. And it's not an excuse. Please don't get it mixed up. I'm not trying to be like, well, that's why there's ads. That's not what I'm getting at. What I am getting at, however, is I want to be able to give you guys the integrations and the ads and the commercials in a way where you guys enjoy them, for lack of a better term. Now that sounds crappy and dumb, right? Like, who the hell wants to enjoy ads? The idea is that I want to be able to make you guys feel at least somewhat entertained while those ads are going on. We've seen several complaints in the past that I do the ads too cleanly, that I'm just like, I read the ad copy a little too well just to make it seem like I'm a corporate mouth or a parrot, and that's not what I want. And so I'm trying to find a blend between, having creative liberties and freedom with the ads and just making the ads short and concise. And let's just get back to the content, because I think we can see in the analytics when you guys click away from videos, when you skip ahead, so on and so forth. And for lack of a better term, anytime any of that happens, the video's performance suffers. So it's one of those things where on one end, we need to add support to keep the videos going right. And on the other, we need you to watch the whole thing. The ads show up and you don't watch the whole thing, so it affects the video, which means the video performance dies, which means the advertiser isn't happy that the video didn't do well. So it's this weird, like, dumb cycle. It's not really that important for you, the viewer, to worry about. And it shouldn't work. You shouldn't worry about it. But what I want to do is open up the conversation. I would like to try and make dumb ads that you guys enjoy. And I guess what I want to know is, like, do you prefer ads that are sketches, ads that are like funny and have bits and are just kind of a joke all the way through? Do you prefer a little more of the no bullshit ads where it's like, hey, this is the product, this is the code, thanks for watching? Do you like a hybrid of both? I don't know. I'd love to know your guys' feedback, because I, again, don't like saying yes to all these ads all the time, but times are tough for us. We're hunkering down, we're trying our best to make it through it, and the only reason why these advertisers are supporting us is because you guys are here. If you weren't here, they wouldn't support us and we wouldn't have any ads. So that's kind of where I'm gonna leave that. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm trying to figure it out, because in a perfect world, what I would love to do is just have a gigantic one gigantic sponsor to sponsor the whole channel, and then I can turn off YouTube ads and just, that's it. But we don't live in a perfect world, and as a owner slash company guy who has a lot of people working for him and depending on him, I have to do what I have to do, and I'm not stoked about it. But like I said, that's why we're having this conversation. Love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. So going back to New Game Plus, with New Game Plus being completely done, you may have noticed that we are starting to pilot new shows or double down and create shows that we did in the past. So for instance, we did the complete Legacy of E3 video, which you can check with this iCard on screen right now. We have a whole bunch of new pilots that we are running for new shows that are gonna really require your guys' engagement. So if you see a new thumbnail for a new show, that you're not sure about, please give it a click like you would the Completionist and just give it a shot. It's going to take a while. I know that new content is always a gamble, and it's very weird, especially now, because people like what they like. They just want the Completionist, they just want the top 10s, they don't care about anything else. But I want to expand my wings. You know, with New Game Plus being done, I want to be able to create some new stuff. We have a really cool show that we have in the works I want to describe as like John Oliver meets gaming. That kind of looks at the predatory practices of the games industry. Our first episode's really exciting and really fun, and I can't wait to shoot that soon. We have some cool, more complete histories and legacies of coming out soon. We got lots of in the pipeline, so just keep your eyes out on the channel. You're gonna see thumbnails that are gonna be different. Give us a shot. That's all I'm asking. At least 1 or 2 tries. And if it's not for you, you get the Completionist still all the time, which is always a good thing. With that said, thank you all for watching this video. I hope you learned something and are enjoying your day. Question of the day for you at home, aside from all the stuff I've said, is what's your favorite color? Mine's red and blue. Don't know if you knew that, but now you know. I've been Gerard. I'll see you guys this Saturday for a top 10 best Zelda games in honor of Tears of the Kingdom. Because let's be honest, we're all gonna be playing Tears of the Kingdom when it comes out. So that's it for me. See you guys soon. Bye-bye.